If you've ever thought about leaving your home country and starting a new life abroad, it's possible that the United States or Canada came up on your list. But here's the real question: which country is actually easier to relocate to? Hi everyone, my name is Nurse M, and on this channel, I help internationally educated nurses understand their options for working and relocating abroad. I break down immigration, licensing, and real life relocation tips so you can make informed decisions about your future. Okay, thank you to my amazing subscribers. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. If you're yet to subscribe, please do so. I appreciate you all. Okay, so for today, we're going to be breaking down Canada versus USA. Okay, and why for many immigrants, nurses, international workers, even students, why Canada is simply the easier option. So whether you're a nurse or not, this video is for you. Now, this video isn't about which country is better overall, okay? It's about accessibility, it's about immigration systems, costs, and quality of life. So let's get right into it. Welcome back. Now, let's consider first of all their immigration systems. Okay, one is somewhat structured and the other is complicated. Now, we need to know that the biggest difference between Canada and the United States starts with immigration systems. Now, let's look at Canada's immigration system. Okay, Canada uses a points-based immigration system, okay, for programs like the express entry, the PNP, which is the provincial nominee programs. So you study, you work, and then you are able to obtain permanent residency at the long run, okay, after your studies and post-work programs, okay, post-study programs, okay. Now, in Canada, immigration is treated as a planned national strategy. The government openly says how many immigrants it wants every year, and then it builds a system to support that. Now, under this point-based system that I mentioned earlier, Canada evaluates applicants based on their age, their education, their work experience, language ability, which includes English and French, also adaptability. Okay, then if you qualify, you have a clear roadmap to permanent residency. It's as straightforward as that. And then citizenship. Okay, nurses actually qualify under the express entry, the federal skilled worker program. Okay, they also qualify under the provincial nominee programs, which is the PNP, the Atlantic Immigration Program, Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot. And so, whether you're a nurse or not, you don't always need a job offer to get permanent residency. So let's say as a nurse, I chose Canada. I want to go to Canada. Now I go through the credential assessment. I take the language test, IELTS or the CELBAN, then apply through the express entry route or the provincial nominee program. Okay. And then I get successful. I get the permanent residency and then work anywhere in Canada as a nurse. Okay. In many cases, like I said earlier, nurses arrive as permanent residents first, not temporary workers. Now, let's look at the United States. Okay, the United States immigration system. It is usually heavily employer sponsored. That's something we have to understand. It is employer sponsored. It's not like Canada, unlike Canada, that you can just go in, okay, after obtaining your permanent residency, after you must have applied and gotten the permanent residency from your home country. Now, for the US, it is heavily employer sponsored. And there are limited visa categories like the H-1B, which is lottery based, the family sponsorship, investor visas, and usually there are long backlogs, okay? Long backlogs, especially for the green cards. And now we know about the ban for most countries, okay? So we understand that. Also, generally speaking, in the United States, even if you are highly skilled, there's often no guarantee you will ever get permanent residency, especially if you are not a professional, okay, like say a nurse. So it's really difficult to obtain that permanent residency. Okay, so in summary, Canada will ask you, how can we bring you in? US will ask you, why should we let you stay? You get it. Now, number two, easier path to permanent residency. Okay, relocating isn't just about getting in, it's about staying long term. For Canada, just like I stated, Canada has a clear PR pathway. Okay, many people arrive as students, temporary workers, and then transition to permanent resident, which is the PR or citizenship, after 3 to 5 years. So let's say a student studies in Canada, gets a post graduation work permit after studies, okay, gains Canadian work experience, and then applies for PR. After that, maybe 3 to 5 years, becomes a citizen. Okay, this path is designed. It's not accidental. It doesn't just happen. It's something that we know is just laid down. It's just there. Okay, we understand that that is how it takes most of the time. Now, for the United States, temporary means temporary. Many visas do not lead to green cards. Okay, you can live in the United States for years and still be dependent on your employer. Okay, you might still face visa expirations, be forced to leave suddenly. Okay, in the US, your life can be put on hold by immigration uncertainty. Okay, of course, if you're a nurse using the EB3 pathway, this may not be exactly applicable to you. Mm? But then again, for nurses, long backlogs for green cards, and recently, the ban. Some nurses wait years before getting the green card, even before this current ban. Okay, it takes a while before you get the green card. Immigration policy changes with politics in the US. Even if you go into the US with a work visa, say the H-1B, you can work in the US for years and still not know when you ever get the permanent status. Yes. Now let's look at point three, healthcare. Okay, public versus private. Now, healthcare is a huge factor when relocating, especially if you've got family. Canada has a publicly funded healthcare. Permanent residents get doctor's visits, hospital care, emergency services. Okay, you do not need to worry about losing healthcare even if you lose your job. Now, for the United States, the US healthcare system is mostly private, okay? It's usually tied to employment, extremely expensive without insurance. Okay, one medical emergency in the US can cost more than several years of healthcare in Canada. For immigrants, this safety net makes Canada far less risky. Now, number four. Before we go into number four, if you are yet to subscribe, please do so. Okay, it just takes 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. Okay, now number four, cost of living and financial stability. Now, both countries can be expensive, but the financial stress is different. Okay, in Canada, there may be higher taxes, but healthcare is included, social services included, strong tenant protections. Minimum wage and worker rights are more consistent nationwide in Canada. In the US, yes, there are lower taxes in some states, but you have to consider healthcare costs, you have to consider education costs, childcare costs, immigration legal fees. Okay, in the US, you can earn more, but then you also pay more out of your pocket. Now, number five, something we call multiculturalism, okay, is a thing in Canada. Okay, Canada is one of the most immigrant friendly countries in the world. In Canada, multiculturalism is official government policy. Okay, there is strong anti discrimination laws, and most cities are built around diversity. You're not expected to blend in, you're just expected to belong. Okay, in the US, yes, I know, immigrant stories are real, but immigration is highly politicized. Yes, policies change drastically with elections. In Canada, immigration policy is relatively stable. In the US, it can change overnight. So, Canada versus the United States, which is easier to relocate to? Now, for most people, the answer is Canada. This is why: transparent immigration system, clear path to permanent residency, public health care, stable policies, and even better work life balance. Okay. Now, this is 2026, and we're just in the first month of the year. If you really want to be in Canada, it can still be possible this year. You just have to be determined. Okay, be focused and then work hard. If you need assistance and guide to help you achieve your Canada relocation dreams this year, 2026, you can reach out to us, okay, using the link below in the description box. We can give you a one-to-one guidance throughout the process. You do not necessarily need any agent. Okay. If you feel you do not need a one-to-one, that's okay. You can purchase our ebook. Okay, the ebook gives a guideline on how you can get the permanent resident status from your home country, whether you are a nurse or not. You can even join our community. Yes, we've got a community. Okay, you can join our community where you can ask questions and get access to current updates. If your goal is stability, permanent residency, family security, and a clear future, Canada is the easier and safer option. If your dream is actually the US, please chase your dreams. Okay, chase your dreams. Your dreams are valid. This video is for people who are considering the both countries and wanting strong reasons why Canada should come top on their list. Okay, it's not about you. Okay, if this video was helpful, please like and comment. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're yet to do so, do that now, please, and share to everyone around you. Thank you so much, and see you on our next video. Bye for now. Mwah.